welcome everyone. Welcome to Accelerate 2025. This is a conference for you, for product leaders, portfolio leaders, and together we accelerate outcomes, accelerate outcome today, even more so with AI. My name is Becky Flint. I am the founder and the CEO of Dragonboat and the sponsor of this Accelerate event. So for some of you who may be new to the Dragonboat platform and the family, we are an AI-powered intelligence platform that enables product portfolio leaders and their teams to strategize and deliver fast and accelerate outcomes. So very fitting themes today. So we're very excited to get started. Before we get into the core content of today, I want us to take a minute to reflect back on you, celebrate you, your team, and your organizations. What an impressive result in a short 1 year. This is about you. Collectively, you and our customers, you've added more than 20,000 customers. That's a huge growth in customer. Set and completed 12,000 strategic goals. And you have enabled over 112% more visibility to your stakeholders, to others who rely on you to make decisions, to do their job. Because as any organization, especially a product-centric organization, product is at the core of everything. So you have accomplished a lot. So we're very excited and celebrate that for 1 second. Now, what else is happening? What else is happening in this crazy time? Or it's exciting time, extraordinary moment in history. And this little thing, Gen AI has taken over the world by the storm. Of course, we've seen that kind of trickling in the beginning and now just a hockey stick going up. It is so fast, get adopted everywhere. It's faster than anything ever on the technology-wise before our time, before this time, right? Like we've seen the PCs, the computers, the smartphones, the internet was growing rapidly, but this Gen AI is faster than ever. So what does it mean? Of course, we know something major is going to change. Every technology movement is going to change something new, but that also means something very interesting. Speed is important, but speed doesn't mean success, especially doesn't mean success across the board. We've seen amazing productivity gains across some of the developers. That's a study done by MIT. Great speed, fast. On the other hand, study by MIT. At least we can trust the source. 95% of investment in Gen AI across the enterprise didn't produce measurable ROI. Now, we know in technology that when you have a new technology, you have a new insights, it takes some time for success. Not everything can just turn into success. It's understandable that could be 20, 30% of the failure, but this 95% is pretty unusual. So what's happening? Let's take a step back, see what takes for AI to be successful. When we look at the world and when we look at the business, if you look at the AI, where does it stand? The AI is just a tip of the iceberg. The shining things that we think about it, the tools, the agents, all the pilots we have been doing are manifest on the top, and we can see these are the pilots and prototypes. But AI needs a lot more to be successful, especially in the realm of an enterprise. Even in the small use case, personally, you still need the data, And data could coming from different places. You need integration. You need to understand your customers, your business context, your workflows, your ontology, where different objects within your operating model interact with each other, and of course, trust. So all of these are key. The bottom part of the iceberg is critical for AI success. And you hear many people said, right? Garbage in, garbage out. And getting what is underneath it on the bottom part, it's not a small effort. Definitely needs a much collective effort to make it happen. And that's actually something we realized at Dragonboat, and we will call it Dragonboat 1.0, really was built for. What Dragonboat built for was building a portfolio intelligence platform. The portfolio intelligence platform taking into consideration and build upon your data coming from integrations, having the context and ontology and processing it, and also integrate with your workflow so that the strategies and the inside intake and the cross portfolio planning and delivery are connected, because everything is and it could and it will and always impact each other, and connect them together that give you a holistic view and understanding of how your product operating model is operating, is strategizing, is delivering. And this Dragonboat 1.0, if you think about it, is sort of the bottom part of your iceberg. And that is already creating incredible result for you, as our customer knows that reduce 80% of the manual work, you have all the data at your fingertips, you can make decisions much faster, and so on. So that tip of the iceberg can be built on top of it. So now, since we talk about integration, let's just take a quick look. And we're incredibly excited and proud to have built and deepened lots of the integrations, not just point to point, it's the contextual integrations. These contextual integrations are critical for AI to make decisions, because the data needs to have meanings. And those you can see from your CRM, from a user feedback, which we're going to have a little bit talk later down the road, right? Have data on your product performance, on your business metrics, and of course, work, right? Product definitely tied to investment will turn into work, and the work will hopefully produce product and features to drive outcome. And so that holistic connection along the way. And we also introduced some new connections here as well. So the integration with your Gen AI tools, so they can access the data into the Dragonboat 2.0, which I will be very excited to show you. So we talk about the 1.0 and 2.0. Before we talk about 2.0, let's take a step back to say, why? Are we building the right thing? Are we really helping you? So we thought about it and look at the study and talking to our customers, we find the same pattern. So the same pattern is manifested and showed here as well on the data. The 5%, way out of 95% weren't successful. The 5% actually were successful. So what do they do? How do they do different? How could all of us turn from this 5% to actually much bigger number? And that is integrate AI into your normal business, that bottom of the iceberg and the tip of the iceberg, actually connect that together. And also make sure that focus on strategic alignment. When we do prototyping, when we do vibe coding, when we do testing and iteration, those need to have a purpose. And that purpose still aligned to say how the newest technology can move us faster towards the direction we want to go, right? The strategy need to be aligned, and then the delivery need to be part of the overall business. So that's really what we're seeing. So we're very excited to show you Dragonboat 2.0. We're going to show a glimpse of that. Of course, we can't touch all of that. So after the demo, feel free to jump to other teams and take a look as well. So Dragonboat 2.0, as you can see, this is the same as 1.0, right? It's the same as 1.0. You have the intelligence, the ontology, workflow, and so on. And the 2.0 is integrated to your workflow, integrated to the place your team already are interacting. And in this format, these are the three areas of coverage that the Dragonboat 2.0 starts with. We are first going to build more through interacting and learning from you. The Dragonboat 2.0 integrate and add Gen AI, tip of iceberg, with the portfolio intelligence that below the surface, we will have a conversational interface so that instead of you have to look for things, it will be at your fingertip. It's a multi-agent analysis. As you know, agent is everywhere. How do you build the best agent? Is SME, domain expert, can bring their knowledge into the agent. So then you are literally, quote unquote, hiring these domain expert with you. And that's what we can offer is we are domain expert building portfolio and product at scale for a long time before started Dragonboat and with our customers. The multi-agent continue to be built for you to strategize and figure out where we can go and improve and so forth. And the last but not least is dynamic UI builder. You may not see it before, but being able to navigate, find things, especially robust SaaS platform, are challenging. So we make that in front of your fingertip as well. So we connect this with the other two aspects so that you can see the Dragonboat product capability and data analysis underneath it easier and faster. So without further ado, we're going to do a short demo. Now, let's take a quick look about the Dragonboat product and how it helps you. And for the Dragonboat 1.0 product, current Dragonboat product, quick walkthrough, it has different modules for different workflows and our participants. For example, the strategy module product is for you to set goals, measure outcomes, adjust investment intake. Product is around collect and analyze the feedback, request insights to decide what to build next. And portfolio obviously is around building roadmaps and share with the others. And planner is around planning resources and capacities across teams so that we can understand what kind of scenarios we could be building and how do we drive outcome the best. And dashboard give you lots of insights on allocations, delivery progress, and so forth. Now, with Dragonboat 2.0, you still have this available to you should you and if you want to access them. The powerful part is now we are able to bring them all to a conversational interface such as this. Now, let's take an example. Assume that we're going into Q4 planning. I'm sure it's on many of your minds right now. Maybe you're going to say with AI, we won't do quarterly planning because we can just iterate very fast and move things quickly. And that is true. AI allows you to do iteration and vibe coding so much faster. However, to become outcome focused, truly make sure that whatever we produce will generate outcome, we do need to periodically to see, evaluate, and align, adjust our strategies. So quarterly planning is not a plan, 25 things to do, but instead say, how are we doing with our strategy? Are we moving the needle? And what do we need to change? And that's where quarterly planning is about. In this case, we can ask our portfolio assistant saying, how are we doing against our goals? So this is a powerful question where you can actually create dashboards, reviews, and reports to find out. In this case, the AI can find it for you. And it reflects, understand how you operate, that you may have different teams, the team may operate differently. The ways the goals are tracked differently as well. So all reflected over there. As you can see, the UI is generated for you already to see it. Now we know some of the teams are on track, some of the goals on track, some of the goals are not. What do we do? Do we just put in more resources into the goals off track? Or maybe there are enough things there that's actually blocked by other things, such as the delivery. So before we go into that, we want to find out where should we, if any, adjust our investments. So we can ask the AI this question. This is now a deep multi-agent analysis happening behind the scenes to understand all these different factors of progress, investment, outcomes, and so forth to say, okay, here's analysis that's been done for these goals, high-level goals. Obviously, we can dive deeper. And then we can also see some of the areas over-invested, some areas under-invested. So that is considering investment factors that we can say where we want to go. There's a target, there's investment involved, there are different delivery factors involved as well. So what is the next logical question? Maybe you want to say, oh, for the areas that we underinvested, maybe we should see what else we could do there. So we could say, what do we have on the backlog for offer more options to drive conversion goal? So the AI is going to find out what is already being thought about. It's never really been put on the roadmap. And of course, if there's not enough, or there's nothing that's being thought about, we can go off to some more research and get some brainstorming session going on. But in this case, there are things being already put on backlog. So let's say we should bring them into our planning. So now let's bring that. So okay, now we understand that. So let's plan our Q4 roadmaps. So what AI is going to do is finding things that are relevant to their roadmap and list them out to say how we are going to plan our Q4 roadmaps. Here you can see the Q4 roadmap view. As you can see, here are the things you could be building in Q4. And you also see a very classic challenge. We have lots of ideas, but we have bottlenecks. We have a cross-team bottlenecks. In the past, lots of meetings, lots of spreadsheets, lots of back and forth. And in fact, the companies often talk to us to say, hey, we send this request to this team and the other team, and 80% don't get approved because every team has different priority. Now with the Dragonboat, with the Dragonboat AI planner, what it can do is to say, what is your portfolio strategy? Maybe we can plan for you to see whether this is scenario align for your strategy. So I just did one scenario analysis. It will show you what the available capacity based on your strategy could look like, what is the outcome we could produce, and also you can see where the resource bottlenecks being addressed. You can see more opportunities can be applied into that as well. So more real-time planning capabilities will produce for you. By the way, this is already existing before Gen AI. Gen AI just give you ability to pull it out faster and give you further analysis and recommendations as well. Now there's definitely more to see. We're excited to show you more, and feel free to drop into our product booth and to learn more. But for now, let's assume we've done our planning. And what's next? Our stakeholders always want to know what's on the roadmap. What do we have? And you can access that information, of course, through Dragonboat, ask the Dragonboat, or you can access it from, you can also get updated automatically through Dragonboat, but you can also ask anytime by our stakeholders through tools like Slack. So now back to you, Sean. We plan the roadmap. Sorry, Sean. Put you on the spot.
No problem. Hi, everyone. I'm Sean, VP of Marketing, and I'm here to show you a little bit about our Slack app. Let me pull up my very messy Slack, but I've got a conversation going on here with Dragonboat AI. Like many other go-to-market leaders, I'm really hesitant to log into another tool. The last thing that I want to do is have to ping someone else for an update on the roadmap or an update on a specific customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, chat with Dragonboat AI. I'm curious today about a specific customer, customer one of the hottest customers in the world right now. And I want to see what we have on the roadmap for them. So I'll send my message. And right now, Dragonboat's going and looking not just for an individual roadmap, not just looking for contextual retrieval, but really looking across the portfolio and connecting the dots on what this data is. And as we can see, we've got 5 portfolio items for customer one. I can dig into those, get more context. It'll link me, deep link me directly to Dragonboat. And then we've got a custom view here, which can pull up all the relevant information at a click of a button. So no more slacking my product team for updates, no more slacking program managers. I've got all that right here in Slack. So super excited to share this with this group and super excited to use it myself. Cool. Thank you, Becky, for that keynote and for the product demo. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We're super excited to have you for Accelerate. A little bit of housekeeping for the rest of today. So we've got a full half day of sessions. Folks from Reddit, Toyota in 26, really excited to dig in and learn from those folks. Later today, we'll split into 2 tracks. So we will have dedicated sessions for product leaders and dedicated sessions where we talk product operations. So don't miss those split tracks. We also have, as Anna mentioned in the chat, a Dragonboat booth for anyone who wants to see exactly what we saw from Becky and more. We have lovely product experts standing by who can show you how that works, how the rest of the Dragonboat platform works, and answer any specific questions you might have about that. Other than that, we're really excited to have you here. Looking forward to seeing you at the rest of the sessions today. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you there.